Now, you began your acting career quite young, and you probably made a few mistakes along the way and learned your lessons. And when you learn your lessons, you become more assertive, and you want to not make those mistakes again. Now, when you become assertive, some people don't take that very well. Some people might call that being bitchy.
Mm-hmm.
Have you found that to be the case sometimes with yourself, that people take being assertive, being...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. That happens.
Has that been difficult for you at all?
Well, I mean, conflict of any kind is never, pleasant. But I try not to worry too much about other people being afraid of my strength, and just focus on what it is that I'm really trying to do. Because down in my heart, I know that my goal is never a frivolous one. It's always about the work. And to me, that if they want to misconstrue that, then that's their problem.
Okay. Well, there's a new article out in Premiere Magazine, and they talk about this film, and they seem to make a big issue about the salaries. Salaries, how much you made, how much Tom Cruise made, how much Jack Nicholson made. Do you find that type of publicity takes away from the movies?
I do. I think it's self-defeating. I think that the media is actually going to turn around and really hurt themselves in the end, because they're having people focus on the wrong elements. I mean, movies are fantasy. They're supposed to entertain. It's not when it becomes about how much people make, then that means how much the movie should make. And how can people go and enjoy a movie for what it is when that's all that's on their mind?
Okay. Now this is kind of a stab in the dark, but when Top Gun was made, they went back later and they shot some love scenes to spice up the movie. Now with this film, was there ever any love scenes scripted or shot or cut out from the film?
No, the closest we ever got to a love scene was the very, very tag of the movie. I got asked out on a date.
Now, with this film, I don't know if you're probably like me, you probably grew up watching All in the Family a bit. Now, did you ever look across at Rob Reiner and think, hey, I'm being directed by Michael Stivic?
By Meathead? No, I think Rob is just so amazingly smart, and never compared the two, I should say.
Now, when you were shooting this film, you were in uniform at some real military installations. Now, did anyone ever mistake you for a real officer at all?
Well, we weren't really in any situations where that could have happened. Had I gone out, we were on a sound stage and an isolated situation, so that situation didn't really present itself to me.
Okay. I'm doing a feature on the movies that actors make, that sometimes they're hits, sometimes they're misses. Now, do you usually have a pretty good inkling when you finish a film whether it's going to be a big success or that it might not do as well at the box office? We spoke after a Ghost, and you were doing a film called Nothing But Trouble. Now, you were really up on that film. Were you surprised that it didn't do as well at the box office?
The thing about that is that it was risky all around. New director, very odd story, and for me, I embraced the character. That was fun for me, as opposed to really, it was iffy. I love Dan Aykroyd, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. There was a chance that could have been Ghostbusters. Who knows?
Demi, you've taken your hand at producing with Mortal Thoughts. When are we going to see Demi Moore direct a film?
Wow, where'd that come from? I don't know. I don't really feel experienced enough to do that. I'm actually developing a project for Turner, which will be 3 segments, 30 minutes long, which I will probably direct one of those, which will be a nice way to kind of dabble, I guess you could say, and see what I think. But anyway.